Hi friends, I'm Olga Koelsch and welcome back to my studio. Today we are going to practice more layered technique, but not for the flowers, for painting Valentine hearts. You can also paint the same lesson on a smaller scale on postcards, on watercolor postcards, when you paint on one side and the other side is ready to send to someone. I will use Alizarin Crimson by Delia and Ronnie. You can use any of your favorites. When you paint on a smaller shape, for example for postcards, you can also decide whether you place your heart in horizontal line or in vertical line. I think I will stay with the vertical. It will be in a way easier. I have my mix, with very diluted mix. So I start to paint right away without glazing this shape with water, because the shape is small and that will give us enough time to create nice wash within this shape. Paper on these postcards is cellulose paper. It dries pretty fast, but the amount of water in your brush, in your watery mix, allows you to make it relatively efficient and quick, and without making paper dry. Remove puddles in the same way as we did before. With clean brush, you use your brush as a sponge and remove puddles, and then you just let it dry. Now let's paint another heart. Actually, I would like to start with the half of the heart. Let's make it on the right side, just half of the heart with watery outline. My brush is maybe even a little bit bigger than necessary for this wash, but that also a lot of water, and that allows me to have enough time to create nice wash without stressing about drying it. Now I remove puddles with my almost dry brush. I use my brush as a sponge and remove puddles, especially in the tip of the heart, right here. And now let's dry it. Cellulose paper does not allow you to create too many layers, so I probably will stay with 3 layers, maybe 4. Let's see. Right now I will create just a heart within a heart. When I paint, especially on the top of cellulose paper, I try not to press too much on my brush, because this paper is very sensitive to mechanical pressure, and that can destroy the layers. So be very, very gentle. Your brush somehow it slides on the top of the water without touching the paper. We can try the same trick with the bold outlines. Add a few drops around. A little bit. Something like this. If you like to create blooms, and if you're a fan of watercolor textures, you can wash your brush and add, instead of bold mix, you can add a little bit of water, few drops of water into the almost dried wash. Now let's try this layer. I think we can easily go with one more layer, and of course it's very tempting to play around a little bit, make some overlaps, not on the right side, because right here we have already enough of going on, and on the other side I think I will just keep it like this. It looks very pretty, and I want to make it pretty. I remove puddles. I always dab my brush onto the paper towel and remove puddles. Now with another brush, you can add outlines or watery blooms, whatever you like. For example, you can make watery blooms always from one side and create outlines, bolder outlines on the other side. There is no right or wrong solutions. This lesson is really about fun on one hand. On the other hand, it's a nice introduction to the layered technique. This paper actually allows me to add one more layer, and I will do that. I will create a little bit longer heart, so it will overlap a little bit with the previous layers, and it will end not here but more in the same shape as some of the previous layers. And again, it's all up to you. Just have fun, make a lot of experiments, try different things, and then add very, very big, bold mix in the very bottom of this heart, so it will be very catching up attention, eye catcher. Same here. Always pay a little bit more attention to the last layers. You can start your initial layers pretty rough, don't bother about them, don't overthink them, but the final layers, it's where you can really add details, some extra contrast, take care of nice shape. That's where it will be needed. I also would like to emphasize the middle, like this. And now I think we have a pretty lovely Valentine card, or just best wishes card for a special one. Thank you so much for painting with me. I hope you like the process. I'm looking forward for your feedback and comments, which flower you would like to paint next, what questions you have about watercolor painting. I read each and every comment of you. See you next time. Bye bye.